Alright, after looking through the past recordings and seeing just how many times I stumble over my words, mumble, and say the word every, like, 3 seconds, it really starts getting pretty annoying to edit out and also just hear in general, so I guess I'll just be more aware of the words I'm going to use, because the reason that happens is because I just think about like what I'm going to say too much, since I have been struggling with English as of recently. Well, recently as in like 3 to 2 years. Like I understand the words and sentences that I've already formed that I'm going to say, but it doesn't come out as raw as it should. I constantly reform it, constantly change the way I'm going to say it as I'm saying it, which really just scrambles my entire frontal lobe. It's really annoying. Anyways, uh, as per usual, not an expert in ranking music, not expect an expert in talking about it, knowing what it is. It's inspired by grayfruit, and hopefully the studying I did on like music genre and how to describe it helps a tiny bit, but that's probably gonna take several weeks to start coming in and actually show results. So we left off at around A Punk by Vampire Weekend. Probably one of their best songs that I can think of off the top of my head. It sounds exactly like the type of song like a geeky band would make, but it's just so self-aware and like dynamic in the way it does it. And also the music video is pretty funny. Really cool like pop rock song. Genuinely a 6.5. Yes. I gave a lot of like semi-high rankings last time, but honestly a lot of them were like semi-boring. They were just like radio music or decently just alright, but it really came through with the Little Big Planet Loco Roco OST coming in, and then Undertale just like blasting through like every single other song out of the water. It was a nice change of pace. Alright, Passion Pit, Take a Walk. Pretty sure most people only know Passion Pit through Little Big Planet because of Sleepyhead. It's just some more indie music, and apparently indie music is used as a way to describe songs with very varied instruments. And also, you know, them literally being independent creators as well, but obviously, pretty decent electric song. And not a traditional electric song, it's like more pop than usual. I'd say 5. I'm missing a song. Take a Walk. Immediately after that one is Little Secrets by Passion Pit again. I actually like this song, like genuinely. It's not like nostalgia based. The usual electric sounds you hear from Passion Pit, the little like crunchy synth or keyboard, and the weird like variation in vocals. I don't know how you say it. It's kind of like his voice layered together, and it's very high pitched. Kind of sounds like a woman on some occasions. Pretty cool though. Yeah, 5.5. Yes. El Cascabel from Mariachi Chavez. Phenomenal song. Like, I genuinely can't believe I found this just on a whim when trying to find Mexican music I could play on my violin. Like, how does this not have more views? It is so fucking cool. I'm pretty sure I can actually play this song. Genuinely phenomenal. It's so tense, but also just free-flowing. And the way the violins swing between each string, it's so cool. And things sounds like boss music. It's so just dramatic. And I especially love this part where it starts crescendoing downwards. Not crescendoing, but like what do you call that? I used to be able to do it. And then there's these little solos with, like, it goes from the normal instruments, like, you know, an acoustic guitar, to, like, a bass acoustic guitar, which I didn't even know existed. The damn thing looks like a tank. It's so cool. I'd say the only problem I have with this song is just how quiet it can be on occasion. I really wish the mixing was just a tiny bit better on occasion, but overall, this is a genuine hidden gem. Like, I cannot believe this does not have, like, dozens of millions or hundreds of millions. It only has, like, 1.6 million. And it didn't even have a million when I first found it. Just the sheer dedication, passion, and just raw emotion you can hear in each and every player really makes this song. Ah, the bass line, it's so good. And it's gonna glissando down. Eventually. That is so cool. Oh man. I genuinely can't believe I found a song this good just randomly. It's one of the best iterations of this song I have ever seen. This is an 8.5. It's just so well done. It's just so dynamic too in the way it progresses, like it slows up, speeds down, and then the solos happen. I still haven't given up on trying to get this song to work on my violin. It's been on the back burner for several years, but hopefully one day I can play this to completion, and hopefully even with vocals. Alright, moving on to Little Big Planet 2, What Are You Waiting For? This is the bonus version. This is the actual song from My Little Cheap Dictaphone. Very iconic song. I didn't really hear it used too much in the levels themselves. I need to turn that down. But it was just really nice to just put on the background when you're just creating random shit in the back. Just in the moon, by yourself, or even with friends. This is just straight up the song. I don't know why they say bonus. It's really crazy to hear the lyrics to this song several years after the fact. So far, I'm feeling 6 out of 10. You look so pretty, instrumental, bonus. I don't understand what makes this a bonus. It's one of the trailers for Little Big Planet 2, one of the lesser known ones. It's kinda cool to hear it by itself, standalone. By itself, I'll say 5. Yes. Alright. Vision 1 bonus. This is from Royskop, I think? Copyrighted song. Don't think I'm gonna be in too much trouble, honestly. I don't really care if it gets copyrighted, but I will turn down the volume a tiny bit. Really crunchy EDM music. Is it EDM? Let me actually look this up. Okay, yes, it is EDM. Genuinely a great song. I'm feeling a 6 out of 10. The pod theme, the alpha pod theme. Not many people even know that this thing exists. Still can't believe Sumo Digital got the amount of shit that they were dealt with when they were forced to release Little Big Planet 3 so early, because Sony, the suits, basically said, holiday or you die. I'm pretty sure this would have been confirmed as the official pod music if it wasn't lost during whatever happened. But in the end, I'm just glad we got it back. It's really, really cool to be able to hear it. I'll say a 5.5. Yeah, actually, I'll say depends. If you're a Little Big Planet fan, you will enjoy it. Alright. Linus and Lucy from Vince Giraldi. I can't believe they really just put some of the best jazz that could ever, like, exist in a random-ass Peanuts movie. Not just in a random-ass Peanuts movie, in all the Peanuts movies. back then you would... I'm going with the 6 out of 10. It gets a little repetitive, but it's very well done. The Great Pumpkin Waltz, who the hell does not know about this song from my generation? Well, besides, like, people out in the country and also dead people, anyways. It's a lot more lax than the rest of the soundtrack. I also really like the way it just progresses through the rest of the song and how it goes into a minor key, I think, at the later part. The second part of this, which is right now. Or maybe I'm just tripping. I don't know music, dude. It sounds like it's a little bit lower than usual. It sounds different. Maybe that's just an illusion. Anyways, really cool, really dynamic. Really like it. I'll give it a 6.5, yeah. Yes. Alright, MF Doom music. Obviously can't play that shit. Raid is really cool. Raid is actually the one with the animation that Faku made, and that animation, I'm pretty sure it did explode in popularity. I don't know how many views it has. Maybe I'll just flash like a screen showing how popular it is now. I remember when it first released. Very cool song, very fast-paced hip-hop, alternative hip-hop. 6.5. 6.54, no. Should I? You know what? I'll give it a 6. I'm not feeling 6.5. Accordion from MF Doom. As per usual, lyrics are great, but I kind of... It's just kind of a bit more droney and laid back compared to his other songs. It's a lot more lax in general. I'll give it 5.5. The Pillows, Last Dinosaur. Most people know this about this song from an anime opening, I think? Or is it an anime closing? I don't remember. So yeah, The Pillows is a Japanese rock genre. It's pretty cool. I really like how different Japanese rock and Japanese pop can be sometimes. Kind of changes up the whole genre when it's like, despite how broad and like, I'll be honest, repetitive it can be. It's nice. 6 out of 10. I really do like this song. Most underrated song by a mile. It's just not a competition. When Things Go Wrong by Godly and Cream. What I mean, like, it's crazy to just see a song of this caliber just not have any sort of attention put on it. I mean, first thing I already appreciate about this song, it's just not about love or any other emotion that's just like very repetitive or done to death. I tried listening to other songs from Godly and Krim, and I genuinely did not like a lot of it. The only song I found tolerable was Cry. Well, tolerable is being a bit mean, but it's really cool how unorthodox their music is. It's cool. I feel like we should appreciate just how experimental it could get, but in the end, most of it's not really listenable to me personally. A 6, and I'm giving this an absolutely. The most underrated. Well, not underrated. I'll say considered a hidden gem. I actually found that song from Grayfruit. I was watching one of his Salty Bet streams, and he like mentioned it out of the blue, and I just went out of my way to listen to it, and absolutely loved the song. Amor Mio, I don't even know how to say that. It's a meme song. It's the one where like everything is in slow motion, and then everything's like either going wrong or horrifically wrong. And you got this really like cool classical orchestral music. It's that song. I'm saying 6 out of 10. Whole lot of 6s. It's crazy. They're just all very high quality. Super Mario Land, not rolled. Land, completely different game. Literally. plays completely different, has completely different enemies. I think it was developed by different people. Pretty sure this is a semi-meme song. Let me actually play it, because I'm pretty sure I can play Super Mario Land music. I feel like even Nintendo forgot about this damn song. Much like the gameplay itself, the music itself is very different. You don't hear any of just the motifs from original Mario before this. I kinda like how different it is with its identity. And it remains high quality. I'll give it a 5.5 out of 10. Yes. Surrender to Me, Fire City Funk. There was a whole story relating to this song. Don't know if it was because it was lost media? Maybe it was lost media? I don't know. Maybe it was a marketing stunt. Who knows? People do anything nowadays for views, attention, money. I mean, regardless if any of that's true or not, if me, like, assuming any of those, like, bad things actually happened or not, I kind of lost track of the whole story to this song a long time ago. Really good song. It's really good, funky, soul, dance music. In the end, I'm going with a 6 out of 10 yet again. It's just really well done. Alright. We got Surfin'... Okay, I forgot more songs. Damn, dude. This is Surfin' Snoopy by, you guessed it, Vince Guaraldi. Small, cute jingle for Snoopy. Don't know what else to say. It's just really cool, really well done. Love that vintage crunch and crust to it. Kind of sounds like two people talking, with the way the trumpets and piano kind of like go back and forth. It's short and sweet. I'm giving it a 5.5. Dewford Town. Anyways, really cool song. It's a little different than usual. Most Pokemon songs are very upbeat and like high energy, but there are occasional outliers, like, you know, Lavender Town, and this is one of those. It's a little bit more melancholic. I don't know why. Never played Ruby or Sapphire or Emerald. I started out with Pearl, not Platinum, because I didn't even know that existed. I have the cartridge to Pearl right next to me, but it's like slightly crusty. I don't know how, but the Luigi DS cartridge case I have just randomly started building up just this film of gunk. I don't know how. Like, I had it in safekeeping in like a completely sterile, dry area, and it just started yellowing for some reason. Maybe like the substance they used to glue it started like decaying. But anyways, I'll give this a 6. No, not a 6. I'll give it 5.5. Yeah, Mother's Lullaby. It sounds like a lullaby. A MIDI lullaby. Very calming. Very serene. Not the type of music I'd expect in Pikuniku. When you first start the game, it sounds very goofy, but this is just kind of a change of pace. It's kind of neat. Mind of a Thief, restored. I'll give Mother's Lullaby a 5. I chose the restored versions because it really just does sound better than the originals. I'm not even gonna lie. There's some purists out there that's just going to like skin me alive after saying that. But I'm just saying what I say because that's what I genuinely think. Kind of a song that you wouldn't expect to hear when you read the title Mind of a Thief. 5.5. I was gonna say 6, but nah. Alright, Even Drier Guys. Yet again, the restored version. Same reasons. I really like how Drier Guys, it's really good, but it's just a bit slow. Even Drier Guys really picks up the pace of what Drier Guys had. Especially this part. The way it just glides, not just the piano, but also the violin at the same time, really just scratches that itch. I'm giving this a 6. I genuinely like it that much. My favorite song in Pikuniku by a mile. Balloons in the Desert, or Co-op 8. It's just this blend of genuine quality music with frolicking around energy to it. Like, the amount of silliness in this song is almost criminal. But in the end, yeah, overall, a solid 5. No, not 5. I'll get 5.5. Alright. Sora no Kisake Sophisticated Fight by Wataru Ishibashi. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This is the newer remixed version. It's a lot more rock heavy. Some people may like it more. I kinda like it less than the original. Kinda loses what made the original special. But it's still a great song nonetheless. It sounds like an actual fight. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Alright. The original Sophisticated Fight. The reason I like this one more is because it's sort of like one of Shovel Knight's themes, the air theme, where it's just this perfect middle ground where, like, it's casual enough to not take it too seriously, but it's high energy enough, intense enough to really make you focus. It's the perfect middle ground, the perfect middle point song for at that part of the game, from what it sounds like. I'm going with the 6.5 for the original. Alright. Rhythm Thief. Very, very obscure game, but I think it kind of blew up because more people were starting to realize how good its OST was. The gameplay is interesting. You, like, pose behind statues and random shit to hide from guards. It's kind of goofy. Yeah, Rhythm Thief has a bit more of a fast-paced jazz feel to it. I'm feeling a 6, genuinely. It's got a bit more swing than usual. This one is way more popular, I think. Wait, no, 89,000 views. Wow. The one we just heard had 1 million. This one got 89,000. That's tragic. That's criminal, even. Bit more heavy on the guitar, but it's still got that jazz element to it. Some slight swing. Is this an Amen Break sample again? I'm not sure. It sounds like it. Regardless, I'll give it a 7. Not 7, I'm tripping. A 6. Obviously can't play phasers. This is King Ghidorah, but obviously it's MF Doom music. I really like phasers. It's probably one of my favorite songs in the album. A lot more heavy on the synths. Or is that a violin? A very distorted violin? I don't know. Cool lyrics, though. One thing I always liked about MF Doom is how he sets up a story and how well and consistent it is. There's also a little bit where, I think halfway through the song, or like the first 1/3 of it, there's a segment where he's, you know, rapping as per usual, and his voice kind of overlays on top of each other and it interrupts it, and that just is really cool. I don't know why. I really like that part. I think it's around like 50 seconds in. Really wish I got to see that type of technique more, but hey, it's cool that I discovered it through this song. Alright, 6.5. Very, very well done song. Fast Lane. Bit more pop in the hip-hop. I also like Fast Lane. It's really good. I mean, the entire album is just really good, genuinely. I'll give it a 6. Different lyricist, but very great song still. It doesn't always have to be MF Doom. Crazy Rolled. It's a bit more sad from what I'm hearing. Especially the way the violin is playing is what's really making it sad. The lyrics are kind of repetitive and slightly cheesy, I'll be real, but it's still a great song. I'm giving it a 5.5, I think? No, I'll give it a 6. I don't know why I want to give it a 6, but I'll give it a 6. Alright. The Fine Print. Bit more grandiose. It's more menacing. It's more just, intimidating than his other songs. It sounds like an army marching, but I don't like it more than the other songs. I'll give it a 5.5. Omori music. I have my opinions on Omocat as a person, but you know, that is stuff from the past, but even then, anyways, that's not the topic of this. They hired a great composer, they made a great game. My friend, my IRL friend, recommended me these 2 songs because I said, yeah, I'm probably never gonna be playing Omori ever, most likely. I'll just probably watch someone else play it. Cause like, you know, when you make that type of stuff, you get this Tumblr deviant art ass fan base where they're just completely insufferable. I know it's not every person from that community, but it's always a person from that community. Apparently this song and White Surf Style, which is next, is a reference to another game. I think these are the only songs in my YouTube playlist that come from Omori, but in the SoundCloud segments, which is way, way later, like, I'm not even kidding, almost 1,000 songs later, there's a lot more Omori songs. Really cool trance electric music. Maybe it's electric, maybe it's not, I don't know genres, I'm still learning. It's cool though. Very well done. Really wish more like lesser known composers were hired, and as of recently they are. Thankfully the composer of Balatro got the credit they deserved and the money, because the creator was very generous with him. You got all the money from every purchase of the soundtrack. Depending on how popular that game is a lot. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions. Phenomenal song. Really, really tranquil. I'm giving this a 6.5. I genuinely really do like it. White Surf Style 6. I still think this is my favorite or second favorite song in the OST, if I can remember correctly. I just really like how it goes from a single flower booms to a higher energy version of it to really match the fact that you're in a battle. The percussion really kicks in. The violin has... This synthetic sounding violin sounds like it has more energy. It's got more oomph to it. Then you got this little segment here. It's pretty cool. It's sort of like a build-up moment. The calm before the storm, technically, as you would say. It's pretty cool. I really like it. I'm really glad my IRL friend showed me these 2 songs specifically, because it's kind of what led me to listening to the entire rest of the OST, thankfully. And I did find a lot more songs that I liked, but I still think that these 2 are the best out of the bunch. I'm giving these a 7. Next up is Colts, Go Outside. Found this in a random store. It was just playing and I was just thinking, hey, this is a pretty cool song. It starts off with the chime, but it goes into this really cool rock segment. Really like the bass in the background. And then it calms down a bit for some segments. For some people, I think the vocals may be like generic, but for me personally, I kind of do like it. I won't lie. It's like standard stuff, but it's a very good song. 5.5. Alright, yeah. The Great Adventure by Zachary David. Royalty-free sounding music. Really reminds me of a different song that I just can never pinpoint. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it like uses... Maybe it's using like a very well-known like chord, who knows. It's especially during this part. Like this bit right here. This really, really feels nostalgic. And it also really sounds very familiar, like it's straight out of another song. Maybe it was used in like a trailer or promotional ad, but regardless, it's very good, very nice. I can't believe I'm giving a song that I just described as royalty-free a 6, but a yes rank, nah, a 6 out of 10. It is very, very good. I don't think I can play this song. I won't. Aquí no es así. I don't know what it means by cover audio. Maybe it's like a different version of it. It's a bit more of a soft rock. I'm giving it a 5.5 out of... No, I'm giving it a 6. Whole lot of 6s today. It's crazy. It's just very consistently good songs as of recently. I'll just play this one. I don't care if it gets copyrighted. Extremely old electric music. Like, this is like, I think 80s or 90s? Or even 70s? Crazy to think how ahead of its time this music was. Kind of laid the foundation for the entire genre, I'm pretty sure. Very well done. Reminds me of Super Mario World 3's, like, rolled music. It's got a lot of panning, it's got a lot of droning. It really is just very unapologetic with how much it explores, how much you can do with these instrumentals. I always really enjoyed when like artists get a new piece of medium to work with, because sure, they still work on like fundamental rules, but there's a lot more experimentation that goes with it, and with that experimentation you get a lot of cool stuff. I'm giving this a 6. I am giving so many 6s today, my god, dude. Next up is Forgotten Dreams by Jump Monk. Alright, another hidden gem. I personally consider Forgotten Dreams to be a hidden gem. 1.5 thousand views, 160 subscribers on the topic. When I first found this several years ago, it had like nothing. It really is tragic that a song just this great is this obscure. It's just really good music, just in general. I think it's R&B, rhythm and blues, because, you know, it's a bit sad sounding, but also it has that slight swing to it, as you can obviously hear through the percussion. Very, very cool, very well done. This, I've listened to Forgotten Dreams a lot. I really do think this is a must. Second song that I really liked from them, Descent. It's a bit more fast-paced. Still jazzy. The weird thing about their cover art is that it really reminds me of like old Japanese illustrations, but it's like set in the desert? I don't know, it's just very strange to look at. Kind of feels all over the place on occasion, but it's still cool to look at regardless. I don't like this as much as Forgotten Dreams, but it's still a very great song. So next up is a song that I just don't have anymore. Like, it's gone. I can't find it. It's actually just gone. Let me see if I can find it again. It just disappeared from my playlist. I don't know why, but like the Poolatons just randomly deleted a bunch of their music. Yep, this is it. Okay, so yeah, Japanese rock music. It's cool. It's very tropical. Kind of reminds me of like beach music. I'm not gonna play too much of it because I feel like they're gonna take this video down because they've been, a lot of their music has just been straight up disappearing. It's a pretty obscure band. It's really cool though. I really wish I, got to hear more of them. I think I went to their SoundCloud profile and there were only a few songs, but it really is tragic. I'll give this a 5 out of 10. Alright, next up is Weird Autumn. It's a remix or remake of the song found in the actual game from Night in the Woods. It's really well done. It's probably like the most true version of it if it were to include lyrics and, you know, actual instruments rather than like very crunchy midis. I mean, say what you will about furries, but when it comes to art and making anything in the creative endeavor, they cook. I'll give it a 5.5, very high for remakes of video game music. Alright, Hideki Naganuma. It's like electric punk music, it's very weird. Hideki Naganuma, I remember hearing some of his songs as a kid, and that shit was crazy. Like, most music I heard at the time was just very tame in comparison. This was just so out there. I'm not like a huge fan of Hideki Naganuma. I'm not like gonna praise him like God, but he does know how to make some good music, and he really does have his own style, and I can really respect that. 5.5. Next up, is Wild Woods from Mario Kart. I still think this is my favorite Mario Kart song. Just genuinely favorite. That's it. Number one out of like the entire franchise. This is the one. Just the off rhythm, I don't know, off time signature, odd number time signature. Just the way it just really captures its environment, the way it just sounds, the instruments used. Just every aspect of this song just feels truly perfect. I'm giving this an 8. Absolutely. It is phenomenal. Alright, the Shy Guys version. It's just funny. It's funny. Yeah, the Shy Guys version is just really funny. I'll just give it a 6 and just say it depends. I would show the Frontrunner versions and the Shy Guy versions and the Shy Guy and Frontrunner versions, but yeah, no, Nintendo's literally just killing people. Like, they just straight up hired a Bitcoin assassin and, like, ripped their heart out of their chest with their bare hands. So I can't find it on YouTube, and I don't really feel like putting in the work to find it, so the Shy Guy version is funny. It depends on whether you get it or not. The Frontrunner version is literally just... It just depends. It doesn't really... It's just a repetitive beat that plays throughout the entire song. And then the Shy Guy Frontrunner version, I'll actually bring that down to a 5.5. The Shy Guy Frontrunner version, I'll say it's a 5.5. It depends. Same reasons listed above, but together they are all right. Yeah, when they're both combined, they it really does bring it up a notch in terms of its intensity, but that's about it. Like, in game is like perfect, but by itself it's just not much for a reason. Right. YouTuber music. Jeez, man. I think I'm gonna end off on Universal Dance by Vib Ribbon. Okay, yeah. This song is so overused, it's crazy, but it's still high quality. I'm giving it a 5. Yes. It's a little generic, you know, it's just like a trap remix. It's cool that they did do something different, though. Soft Breeze Off. A bit more grungy than the usual song, and... Actually, I don't even know why I'm saying usual. Like, the entire aesthetic of Off is just very, like, grungy. It's like apocalypse music. It's really well done. I'll give it a 5. Left 4 Dead 2 music. The only song in the entire Left 4 Dead 2 OST that's actually listenable. And the entire reason for that is because this, like, steel drum bit is not offbeat. You know, I just said that and then it immediately went offbeat, but you get what I mean. It's on beat most of the time. Like the other songs, it's so offbeat, it's kind of disgusting. It's just a really offbeat, experimental I don't even know what genre this is. I would say metal? Would it be metal? I don't fucking know, dude. It's so weird. It's just a song. It's truly a song. The ever, if you will. I'll give it a 5. Actually, a 5.5. Yes. Celestial Island. From My Singing Monsters. From Left 4 Dead 2 to My Singing Monsters. It's a lot more tribal. Yeah, I'd say in comparison to the rest of the islands and My Singing Monsters at the time, this sounds like an actual, like, piece. The rest kind of do sound like video game music, but this, it really does sound mystical, more different. It's just very otherworldly compared to the rest of the OST. Well, at the time. I think as of now, like, there's some crazy shit going on. I don't know what they're cooking. I haven't played My Singing Monsters consistently since, like, 2020. Or even later. Really great song, though. 5.5. Ribbon. It's kind of cool to see how popular Ribbon has gone, but I would not recommend looking her name up and then going to Google Images. Some huge gooners, dude. Gooners always ruin the images tab for, like, any cool character design. It's kind of... It was funny at first, but now it's just like, can you just not? Like, I understand, you know, rent is due, all that, but, like, come on, man. I'm pretty sure there's never ever gonna be, like, a Viv Ribbon re-release. Well, not like a re-release, but like a new title to the franchise. Maybe they'll do a remake if they're feeling goofy, but yeah, no. This franchise is fucking done for. Maybe a fan remake will happen. Who knows? Alright, well, that was that. Yeah, really cool Japanese pop music. Well, not traditional pop music, you know. It's very different. I'll give it a 5.5. Or should I give it a 6? Nah, yeah, I'll give it a... Nah, I'll stick with 5.5. Very decisive today. Anyways, that's enough of that. Wow. 465, getting close to 500, except not really, because I have to make up for the difference of these first 24 lines. So it's actually 524 is the one I'm looking at, which is We Can Dream by Creo, the Geometry Dash dude. Very, very consistent songs today. We did have an 8.5 and an 8. I don't know why I didn't say absolutely for this one. We got a few depends. And no nos. It's crazy. Hopefully I didn't stutter as much and like say a lot or honestly. I mean, I don't mind honestly as much, but in the end I just really hope that it just did not come off as stuttery or inconsistent or just very annoying, which it most likely has.